Hey guys, thanks for joining me. And if you like what you see, please subscribe.
Hello, peoples. Welcome to Sharp Ends. It's time to review the best fixed blade knives I got this year. I got a lot, and the ones that I'm going to talk about now are not the only ones I have, and I have other knives that are definitely better or that I love just as much. But these are the ones that I got this year that I was really impressed with. And I'm not going to rank these. I'm just going to kind of go through them. Maybe at the end, I'll do my top three. But for the meantime, I'm just going to talk about them. Let's start off with the M1 from White River. This is an older model. It's been around forever. But I found it really, really nice, almost like a Talon, like a finger extension almost. The ergos look really weird, but I found this to be really user friendly, very lightweight, and easy to carry. And I like this coating a lot on it. I believe this is the S90V version of it as well, which is in general not a fixed blade type of metal, but it works really well for this and how small it is, and it stayed sharp forever, which is great. So I'm not going to really be batoning with it, maybe feather sticking a little bit. But anyway, White River M1, definitely a great knife. I got this from Creeley this year. This is the chisel grind. I believe it's called the Alder, although I could be wrong. But Creeley, this is Magnica. This is an amazing knife for the kitchen, and the traditional chisel grind on this works really, really well. Really good ergos. Creeley just does a great job. They have great knives. They have great kitchen knives. They have great, great pocket knife. Just in general, I'm just very impressed with them. This is a present that you could get to cook in your life, and they would absolutely appreciate it. Very much a little sous chef type knife that someone will be reaching for all of their lives. Really impressive knife from Creeley. Next, I discovered Seven Forge this year, and I have to say that I like them a lot. I haven't found an excuse to buy another Seven Forge yet, but their styling is interesting and unique. They use ADCRV a lot in their blades. I kind of want a Nitro V version or AEBL. I kind of wish they used that steel instead because their knives are so beautiful. That ADCRV takes on a patina really easily, and so I kind of wish that they were using just a slightly more stainless steel because their knives look so nice. Nice little blue liners on here. This is Koa wood, blue pins. I mean, just very sexy knife. So I'm glad I discovered them, and I'll definitely be checking out more of their knives in the future. Speaking of companies that I've just kind of discovered recently, that is the Very Good Knife Company. This is the Tradition Junior. I've gotten two of their knives so far. One is the Hawk, and this one, I'm just putting one on the table for this review. I found this to be really, really sharp. ADCRV, narrow, hollow grind, stay sharp forever. Very nice sheath that it came with. I added the ulti clip. It was meant for appendix carry, but I love taco sheaths with a thumb scallop. Very nice in pocket carry. I carry this a lot. Just a all around great. Look at that belly on this knife too. Just all around great knife. So check out Very Good Knife Company, American made, small knife company, very nice. American made but much larger company, Bark River. Ultralight Bushcrafter, man, kicked it. This thing is amazing. I really have enjoyed carrying this, and you'll see that it's actually wrapped up with a marlin spike and line. This is what is this, 45? Yeah, it's the S45 VN. Great knife steel for a little bushcraft knife like this. Convex Scandi grind combination. Ergos are your traditional Coke bottle Bark River type ergos. So the reason why I'm carrying this like this is because I used it a lot on a tall ship. Very easy, nice little fixed blade to use in that kind of environment, even though it's a Scandi. Just works really well. It's not too big, it's not too small, and very sharp, very easy to use and to carve with, do carpentry with, all sorts of different things. Speaking of carpentry and all sorts of things, absolutely love the Forest. Bushcrafting knife, Scandi, convex grind combination. But this thing I found to be a carpenter's wet dream. Like literally, I mean, it is a bushcraft knife, but the way that it swoops up and comes here, it just works really well as a draw knife, a knife in general, something that you can carve with and use. The handle is oversized compared to a lot of knives. Like if you look, basically the same blade length here. The Ultralight Bushcrafter, much very small, right? Made that way, but this is very large, and that makes it really easy to hold a lot of different ways. It's not necessarily a traditional Coke bottle shape that a lot of the knives have. It like the next knife I'm going to show you, it has for like a European Bushcrafter type knife, but this works so well for carpentry. Like literally, when I'm building things, this knife really helps. And it just really impressed me a lot. Magna cut on this guy. And then this is the Euro Bushcrafter, which was new this year from Bark River. Nice big Coke bottle hand. I liked the micarta here, the matte finish on this, and it's just really sharp, really big, and it is a cool bushcrafting knife. I got this toward the end of the camping season, so I haven't used it extensively, but I like it a lot already, and I can tell it's going to be really nice. The ergos, I can't get over how well and nice the ergos are. So these three bushcrafting knives from Bark River really stole the show for me this year. I really enjoyed them. Speaking of stealing the show, the Overland Sport, this little guy, I have the big guy, you know, and the big guy is definitely big, right? Here they are together. But this isn't just a simple, let's make it smaller and go with it kind of thing. This actually works really well for an in-pocket carry. Very sharp, like maybe the sharpest knife that came out of the box that I got all year long. Very thin behind the edge. Heat treated really well. They post their heat treatment. He says American made. He says that he heat treats this 6364, and so far I think it's lived up to that. This Magna Cut, I think all Magna Cut should be heat treated to that. Bark River doesn't post what they do. I'm really curious. I wish that they did, or maybe they do, and I don't know where it is. If you know what they heat treat their Magna Cut to, I'd really appreciate you letting me know. Very curious about that. But TJ Schwarz Overland Sport, really awesome knife. Can't say enough about it. I was very lucky to score this Dutch Bushcraft Bush Friend 2000. Very lucky to score one of these, and I think that this is a collaboration with Boker. I think that they might have done another run with them. Look for it. 80 CRV, very nice. I wish the Coke bottle hand was a little bit thicker, but traditional European type knife works really well. You know, shares a lot of the same kind of features with the Euro Bushcrafter, but thinner in the hand. I wish it had liners. I like this brass fitting. Very, like, screaming sharp. Boker is very good about their heat treats, so I'm not worried at all about that. I think that I'm just very lucky that I scored one. I haven't used it enough yet to really give it a positive review, and I haven't reviewed it yet because I haven't, you know, carried it enough. But so far, you know, I'm just really stoked that I got this. But Dutch Bushcraft knives, by the way, if you don't know, make some of the funniest, greatest bushcraft content out there, so check them out. Speaking of crazy, this is the Aurora 3, freaking ginormous, very thick behind the edge. Kind of comes off as a utility kitchen knife type thing, and it was started off as an April Fool's joke, but this particular model with these nice pins and the red liners, I've been using it in the kitchen. Honestly, I like it. It's anachronistic. It's a really odd knife, but it works really well and unexpectedly in a lot of different areas. I can't wait to carry this more. Very heavy, very large knife. And this is from Bark River. And some people hate it, some people love it. It is a weird knife. I love it. Speaking of weird knives that I love, this Katsuni is a weird little Asian Tonto type knife. By Tonto, I mean it kind of swoops up at the end. Not your tradition, not what you usually call a Tonto, but it is technically a Tonto. Convex grind, very nice. 154 cm. Usually don't like bolsters on this, but this one I do, and it is a very practical knife. It doesn't look practical, but it is very practical. Nice brass pins on this. Nice wood here that I got on here. I believe it's maple burl, but I can't quite remember. I kind of wish I had just gone with matte finish micarta because I like using this knife, and this knife is definitely going to be nice and worn in, and I worry about the wood scales, but these are the lessons you learn as you get older. So yeah, so that is my fixed blades of the year. So what are the top 3 that I'm like really stoked about? I'm gonna have to say that the Overland is definitely coming in third place. Very stoked about having used this knife. It just all around. I've done a review of almost all these knives, so just check out my videos if you want to see more about this. But the Overland Sport from TJ Schwarz, phenomenal knife. Really enjoyed it. And next, I'm gonna have to say that the Ultralight Bushcrafter really impressed me this year. Just absolutely impressed me, coming in second. I love using this knife. I find excuses to use it all the time. Absolutely great. And same thing can be said for the Forest, which is another Bark River knife. I'm just really impressed with this knife. I use it a lot for carpentry. Really awesome. The knife that I use probably the most on this entire table, though, probably this Creeley, the chisel grind. I use it almost every day when I cook. I cook for my family every day, and this knife is always in my hand. So yeah, really highly recommend that knife too. All these knives I can easily recommend, but those 3 are like probably my top 3 favorite. And I'm very excited that I discovered Very Good Knife Company this year. Big shout out to them. Keep up your good work. I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Thanks so much for joining me, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. And as always, if you want to get a chance to win a knife of the month, all you got to do is support me by going to the Patreon link. $3 a month, you get entered to win a knife of the month. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time on Sharp Ends. Bye-bye now.